Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Umaira Said, lecturer English Times Institute. So here I am with the lecture number 5 of the communication skills. It is the continuity of the lecture number 4, listening skills. As in the previous lecture, we discussed that what is listening, the difference between the listening, when we discussed the types of the listening. The agenda for the today lecture is that in today's lecture we discuss about the difficulties, about the ways of the listening and how to overcome these listening difficulties. So, pick out your pen and the paper so that we may continue and write down the important points. The number one point is the sound and the accent. The sound and the accent. Many of the people have different sounds and the different accents. The people living in the Americas, even in the Asians and the Europeans, they used to speak the same word with the different accent. So, many people who are living in the Pakistan sometimes make mock others that how you are pronouncing the English. So, accent is not the problem. The problem is the pronunciation, that how you are pronouncing the word, and are you adaptable your ears to listen to the English words. Many of us are the poor listeners. The reason is that we do not bother to listen, we just watch. Many of you when watch English movies, I have experienced the people around me that they used to just look at the scenes and the different scenes which are coming one by one, but they are not bothering what actors or actresses are saying. Some of the people prefer to read the subtitles. The most important thing to improve your listening, to improve your reading is just watch those English movies having the subtitles in English. When the persons on the screen speaks, do read the words which are in the subtitles. It will help you to understand the spoken word. In the IELTS there is a module of listening. They used to read a paragraph to check your listening capabilities. If you are aspirant of completing your another degrees in the foreign countries, so you must have to improve your listening, because their accent are entirely different from the accent in the Asia. And that is why the people who are like move to another country, they face so much difficulties in spoken and even in the listening, because whenever they speak you do not understand what they are saying and the communication gap increases more and more. So, these are the sound difficulties. Some of the people speaks with a very low pace, some of the people speak with a high pace, and some have a very fast speed like me. I speak with a little fast pace, and many of the people who speak with a little pace. So one cannot understand and maintain the balance between the two paces. So, that is how the listening is sometimes disturbed. So, this is the one difficulty. The number 2 is the grammar. The grammar is one of the most important thing nowadays, because if you are weak in the grammar, you won't be able to construct a good sentence and your English and your message will be wasted. Many of the students do not differentiate between the is, am, are, sometimes was, were, has, have, and the use of this, does, did and do. So, grammar is very much important. Rather than knowing the complex sentences, you must know how to make or construct a simple present sentence. If you are well versed in constructing a simple present tense, you can make a more compound and complex sentences as well. Vocabulary. One more simple exercise which I may say you, that there are 360 days in a year and 30 days in a month. If you read and use the one word daily of vocabulary, so after a year you would have 360 words, and for a 360 words you may not only speak, you may write your term paper, research paper, even you may write a booklet as well, because 360 words and the usage of 360 words is a big task, and if you have, then that's thumbs up for you. The third most important thing, which is experience. Many of the teachers when deliver the lecture in the class, they used to give an example based on their own experiences, and the student cannot understand. Like if a PhD scholar is teaching you, his experience will be more broader. So, students do not then bother to listen, because he is not or she is not interested in listening to the experiences of them. They want to know and they want to understand the examples of the present life. So, that is why the listening sometimes disturbs, and it is the most hurdle in the listening process. So, experience means that the teacher should deliver the lecture on the experiences of the student level rather than delivering their own experiences. Then we discuss the ways of listening. The ways of listening, there are two ways of the listening. Number one is the global listening. The global is a kind of listening which we may say that for the sake of pleasure, like while listening to the music, watching the television, you are listening to your parents, you are listening to your friends, you are doing so many activities while listening so many other things, is said to be the global listening. There is no particular intensity required. But another most important thing is the discrete listening. It is said to be intensive listening, listening to the important announcement at the railway station, at the, you may say, at airport or some public announcement, listening to the homework assignments from the teacher, that is said to be the discrete listening, and your intensity, your attention and is more required. One more important thing, that most of the students feel very much embarrassed while speaking English and while listening to another person who is native to some European countries. So, my dear student, never get embarrassed, build up your lines, prepare yourself for listening, do listening exercises, and it will, and make your ear habitual of listening English. What we do, that we watch sometimes English movie in Urdu dubbing. So, that is why we are not habitual and of listening English. So, watch English movies with English accent rather than in an Urdu accent. The third are the exercises. That what exercises one may adopt in improving their listening. Number one is the dictation. The teacher must dictate the word and the student like listen the words and write down. Then teacher change the accent, then student write it down. With the changing of the accent, the student may understand that how these words can differently be exposed and sometimes being pronounced. Number one, it is generally said film. The word is film. Most of the people say film. Second word is manager, manager, and many of the people say manager. The third word is restaurant, restaurant, and many of the people say restaurant, restaurant. The word is clumsy, clumsy. The people say clumsy. So, accent does not matter, the pronunciation matters, because our voice cords and our voices are adapted to the Asians, and we try to speak the English in an Urdu manner. That does not matter, that is not a matter of getting embarrassed, but the purpose is to speak and to pronounce the way it must be understood to the other person. So, this is the thing which I want to make you understand. The first we were discussing dictation. The number two is speaking in the chunks. Chunks mean in the smaller sentences. Like if I am speaking a small sentence, you understand, then with a little speed I speak another short sentence, you understand, then I speak this sentence in a very good speed, then you understand, it means that your listening is now improving. The number three, the most important thing is question answer. Question answer session means that the teacher just asked a question and you student just understand that question and answer in the same language which the teacher is demanding. That helps you a lot in your spoken and the listening expression as well. The number four is information transfer exercise. Information transfer exercise means the teacher just give you a topic. Suppose if I give you the topic my Pakistan, my country, or the food I like, and you are speaking like on this topic for 5 minutes and your class fellows are listening to it, and then you would ask them that what I was saying. So, this is an information transfer exercise. Now, you may check their attention, you may check that how much they were mentally present and how much they were understanding your accent. So, this is one of the very normal exercise of improving your listening. As I told you, the more you listen, the more you speak. So, if you want to make your spoken expression more powerful, then you must have to listen. Listen so many things. If you want to improve your spoken English, then listen the English music, because English music, although it is very much difficult to understand, just pick out the lyrics and then listen the music, you will understand what the other person, what the singer is saying, what the singer is singing. It is one of the common exercise I used to recommend to my student. The number 2 exercise which you can practice at your home, because you are at a very convenience, you are during the pandemic days, just watch an English movie having the subtitles. Just when the actor speaks, look at the subtitles, then you will come to know that how the people, the foreigners, the Americans and the Europeans pronounce this word. So, this is a very simple exercise which every boy and the girl can practice at home. So, this was the lecture number 5, the topic was listening. Inshallah, see you with the lecture number 6, another topic. Till then, stay home, stay safe and follow the video lectures. Till then, Allah Hafiz.